to your monthly Horoscope. Yes, I'm doing things a bit differently. If you're looking for your pure astrology video, that is coming, and that will be just astrology. I'm going to separate them, tarot from astrology, although I have to say, as well as being a tarot reader and a psychic, I am an astrologer fundamentally, and so I may be drawing a little bit of the wisdom of the astrology of this month within my tarot reading. Now remember, this is a general reading. If I was to give you a psychic tarot reading, it would be super specific to you. It would talk about the ins and outs and details of your personal and intimate relationships, past, present, and future. But this is generic. So it may be for you, there may symbolically be things that you relate to. It may connect to you on a synchronistic level, and there may be great truths here for you, but it is general. And yes, it is for your sun sign, your moon sign, or your rising sign. Let's go. Hi, gorgeous Leo. Let's see what's in store for you with the tarot for March. It's a bloody interesting month, astrologically, that's for sure. Uranus is switching signs, creating a whole different energy for the next 7 years that hasn't been around since 1942. So definitely whip over and see your astrology video, which may not be out for a few days, depending on when you're watching this. Also, Mercury is retrograde, so be careful what you say all month and be careful what you commit to. Okay, let's have a little shuffle and see what's going on. Okay, first card, major upheaval. Don't worry about that. Sometimes it's better to clear these things out. But it looks like that's very Uranian energy. It's like everything shifting overnight in March, and you moving to a space where you're deciding that you want to commit to working for yourself. You want to take charge in some way of your finances. You personally want to take charge of your life in a new way so that you can create the security that you need. Temporarily, you may feel as if this upheaval is creating a real shifting of the sands around either where you live or where you work or something, and you're like, oh, hang on a minute, I've got to get my reins back. Fear not, though, because everything that is happening to you at the moment has a deeper purpose and will ultimately lead to you feeling more in control. Well, actually, it's not about feeling in control. It's about flowing in a way that you can handle it when you're not in control. Interestingly, being a Leo, you want to be in control all the time. And when you try and control everything, that actually can bring about the upheaval. So is there any area in your life at the moment where you're being too controlling? Let the breeze of flexibility in, because otherwise, you know, when things go wrong, you're like, whoa, what the hell's going on? See, flow, and experience waiting before you react and try and take the lead in any situation. Or there could be some upheaval. However, as I said, it's going to lead, whatever happens, it's leading to you feeling more in control, particularly around your sense of security within yourself. Now, it's very important to watch your finances this month. It feels like there may be, if you're not paying attention, or you're overspending, or you're not dealing with a financial issue, that could escalate and get out of control, and then you're on the back foot if it comes to, you know, some drama happening around finances. You're much stronger this month than last month. In your recent past, you've got the Strength card. So you've been through something, you've overcome something, you're stronger in yourself. And in a way, you're detaching from some of your really intense emotions. Maybe be careful you're not detaching too much. And there's a sense, well, actually, I changed my mind. You've got Temperance on top of the Queen of Wands, which is fire sign, and the King of Swords, which is very controlling and intense and kind of slightly detached emotionally. And between that, you've got balance. So I would say this month, you're finding the balance deep within to be very outgoing and very open, but also to hold your boundaries so that you don't kind of let yourself go too much. And it's giving you temperance. Perhaps you had something that you had to give up. Perhaps you had to change a habit or a pattern, and you're finding the right balance with both your energies to do that. Now, in your immediate future, which I would say is the first 2 weeks of March, something's happening that's meant to be, but you might miss it because you're so feeling so stressed out. You've got so many responsibilities. You know, does it matter if you miss this major turning point? Not necessarily, because it's happening anyway. But you know, a lot of the energy that's coming up in this reading is about you being confused, you being kind of overburdened, you taking on too much stress. When if you kind of let it go, if you didn't kind of focus on that stress, you've got the star here. You've got a great healing, a great inspiration, and a creative solutions to any problems you're going through. So it's time to just be still and take a minute in the first 2 weeks, because something important's going on. And if you're too busy running around in the hamster wheel of the problems that you've had, you know, whatever, 3 months, 6 months, a year, you know, you're not thinking straight, you might miss this solution. And exactly as I said, the tarot backs it up, the Hermit. You've got to take time out to see what's going on objectively, rather than just being in it and being dragged, you know, trying to control the sled of life while careering down a mountain. Take time. Don't get on that sled. Don't career down that mountain. Take a minute. Use your wisdom. Look at your guiding light. You've got all of the wisdom you need. And actually, this came up for another sign, these two cards coming up quite close together. The star is the healing and inspiration. And you've got here, as the Hermit, when you take time out, all of the wisdom you need. The star is in your own inner lantern, which comes on top of the Wheel of Fortune. Now, there is an opportunity coming for you for maybe a job or learning or study, but it's not close to home in some way, or it's about a subject that's deeper. It may be that you're being offered a job or a promotion or something that you have to learn, and it takes you out your familiar day-to-day routine. For some of you, it may be a job overseas, and you might be in two minds about whether you want to do that. I would say listen to your own heart. Everybody will have an opinion. I mean, maybe people's opinion is that you should do it. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. If you do want to do it, do it. Don't let anybody distract you. But there are two possible opportunities to do with your work. If you work for yourself, happy days, it's all good. But they're very different opportunities, and they offer you different bonuses and different experiences, and you might find it a little bit difficult to choose between the two. Don't go for the one that's necessarily all about the money. Go for the one that fulfills you within your heart. Now, there's a great friendship, relationship, connection coming in that's going in a new direction. You're seeing it for what it is. For some of you, it will be a friend that suddenly turns into a lover. For others of you, you know, it starts off, you're like, oh wow, this really feels equal. It feels different to other relationships. And enjoy it. But if that, just pay attention to anything to do with money. If that person is really crap with money, or doesn't pay their way when you go on a date, or you know, you feel anything is off when it comes to money, don't get involved. Definitely don't lend anyone money to anyone this month, because Mercury is retrograde. And just take your time with all of that, because you may be confused when two people pop up at once, which is the one for you and which is the one with the purest heart. And it's going to be tricky with Mercury retrograde to know, but I would say the clue for you is all about their relationship to abundance, money, and generosity of spirit. Finally, you've got the Ace of Pentacles in the outcome. It's like success is there, but a part of you is thinking, oh, it ain't going to happen. Oh my God, you know, I've had some disappointment. Maybe one of the jobs you went for you didn't get, or something you were really trying for didn't work out. Do not worry about it, because the wish card is there. It's saying don't jump into things. Wait for everything. Do what you got to do. Do the practical things you got to do. But, you know, all is not as it seems this month. There will be celebration. There will be you feeling excited and adventurous and doing what you need to do at the end of the month. But in between, there's all this kind of smoke and mirrors, and you're not really being sure. So keep your wits about you, Leo. Anyway, do come see me on Instagram at Michele Knight. Enjoy your really mysterious and deep month. I have to say, you've got a lot of kind of intense primal emotions going on astrologically, and it looks like the tarot is backing that up. So guard your heart, enjoy the ride. There's lots of intense experience coming up for you. Take care, and I'll speak to you soon.